to my vlog. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you had a lovely weekend. I feel that I haven't been vlogging since a week or more. So today I'm gonna talk about August 3rd. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I haven't done a book reviews, movie reviews series in a while, so this is gonna be fun. Make sure to subscribe and like this video and give it a thumbs up, and yeah, let's continue to the video.
Come to my bed so you don't powder your nose. You move like
First
clouds.
recommendation that I'd love to talk about is a new broadcast that I'm currently listening to. It is called Eurofeel, and it is created by the amazing Kate Walker and Catherine Rohidi. I hope I pronounced her last name right. So their broadcast is about they're talking about Europe and historical figures such as Audrey Hepburn and Gianni and Gili, and also Christian Dior. Their episode about Christian Dior was amazing. I did not know how he grew up and how he became the founder of Dior that we know now. So their episodes are so much fun, and their storytelling is amazing. It just keeps you engaged. I love to listen to their broadcasts and learn more about European culture. They also talk about other countries, other European cities, and they talk about art and culture. So they talk about the flamenco dance in Spain. They talk about the Louvre. So yeah, I love their broadcast. I hope they make more episodes, and I'm following them on Instagram. You should follow them too. Here is their link to their Instagram, and yeah, enjoy listening to them. This is part 1. My favorite episode for them is when they talked about Kurt, Syit and Shura. It's a Turkish series that came out in 2014. It is a historical drama that talks about Turkish soldier in the Russian army who fell in love with an aristocrat Russian girl from a very sophisticated family, and of course the series is in Turkish, and it was first aired in 2014 when I was still at the university. So I enjoyed watching this series so much, and I learned so much from their broadcast as well.
Şura, bu senin ilk balon olacak. Heyecanlı değil misin? İçeride de böyle şaşkın şaşkın bakma etrafa, olur mu? Hem ilk balon olduğu belli olmasın.
Hanımefendi, ben Üsteğmen Seyit Eminov. Eğer bu dansı bana lütfederseniz balonun en şanslı erkeği ben olacağım.
Çok memnun olurum.
Mesela onu görür görmez gözlerinin önünden bir sürü yıldız kaydı mı? İçinden milyonlarca karınca yürüdü mü?
Şura benim aklım başımdan aldı. Ben ona aşık oldum. Biliyorum, çok eminim. O da bana karşı aynı şeyleri hissediyor.
I love the actors, Kivank Detlip and Noura. Is it Noura? Yeah, Noura Abdullah. And yeah, I love to watch Turkish series, and this is my #1 favorite ever Turkish series ever made. And I recently realized that it was actually a true story based on true events in the First World War era. So it is so beautiful. The cinematography is amazing. The soundtrack is amazing, and even their intros to their episodes is so beautifully made. So yeah, this is definitely a recommendation, both the series and the episode by Eurofeel.
Of the sky. hands between my thighs. Nobody to ask if you wanted George.
The second recommendation is by my absolute favorite Space Oddity page. I love her content. This is her information if you want to follow her on Instagram. And on August Read, I will be recommending Red Bird. It is the most incredible, beautiful poem book collection by her. She is always talking about nature, beauty of the nature, and the gifts that is given into us. And I love that it is the first time that I see a poet that always talks about nature. Usually the poems that I read is about love and romance, and the ones that I write is also about that. So it's beautiful to see representation of nature and the animal kingdom in poetry. So Mary Oliver is still my favorite poet, and I will be recommending more of her books in the future. So the third recommendation, or the fourth recommendation, is Letters to a Young Poet by Rainer Maria Rilke. In 1903, there was a poet who is a young student studying in a military academy, who sent his verses to a very famous Austrian poet whose name is Rainer Maria Rilke. And he wanted his input, he wanted his advice, so Rainer wrote him 10 letters, and these letters been a greatest insight behind the ideas of how Rainer creates poetry. It was a huge archive selection of his most cherishable themes that later became his best poetry work. So if you want to know more about how this artist became so amazing and so historical in Austrian culture, definitely check out this book. It is beautifully written, it is historical, it is from an era that we all love and miss. I love reading this book. I'm still reading it, and I feel that is amazing. Even the artist himself said that he wrote this book when he was in his artistic development journey, and it has a lot of indication of his creative genius. So this book is recommended to poetry lovers in German poetry and creative impulses. So definitely check out this book. It is beautiful, recommended, and artistic and genius. The last recommendation is a book that is called How to Be a Person in the World. How to Be a Person in a World. Ask Polly Guide through the paradox of modern life. It is a beautiful book written by Heather Haverelsky. I hope I pronounced her last name right. She actually she's a very interesting person with amazing sense of humor. She used to write in columns, and this book is actually a collection of the best questions that she had to encounter in her job, and by people who send their questions through the column, through the magazine, through the newspaper. So she made this collection of the most hysterical themes. I hope you enjoyed this list of recommendations. Please let me know if there is a book that you want me to talk about, book, broadcast, music, list, or poetry. So let me know if you have any recommendations. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe. It will help my channel, and yeah, hopefully to see you in the next video. Bye.
Free.